Welcome to MyLITV. From Manhasset to Montauk, we have traveled our communities to bring you the following events. I'm your host, Waldo Cabrera. MyLITV starts now.
This was just one of our most exciting events with Reverend Roger Williams of the First Baptist Church, discussing the intersections and the abuses sometimes between religion, politics, and civil rights, and how sometimes people can exploit and abuse their philosophy and ideology and religion where it's actually detrimental to other people's civil rights as American citizens.
We are in the 50th year of that time when the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King stood in the shadow of the Lincoln Memorial and gave what we now call as the I Have a Dream speech. And in that speech, Dr. King said so many other things other than having a dream. And on that day, our nation was asked by that orator and prophet, will we be what we say we are? Or will we be a farce?
His speech today absolutely is part of our mission because he is addressing the issues of civil rights, of second-class citizenship, of American citizens, American residents not getting full protection under our Constitution. And that is exactly part of the lesson that we need to learn from the Holocaust, is when civil rights and human rights are taken away from people, where is that slippery slope and where does it go down?
We're talking about 21 and 22 and 23-year-old young men fighting in this war. And when our nation emerged from it, we saw the beginning of the cleansing of our nation from this whole sinful engagement we had with subjugating a citizenry based on skin color.
One person has such incredible power. Obviously, when you have many of these individuals coming together, that's when we see very intense and significant changes in the world.
And so there it is. Our gay lesbian brothers and sisters today stand now in the same place that African Americans stood in 1963.
We've heard recent discussion about the Marriage Equality Act. And like Jews and like African Americans, what is being truncated and dwarfed is their choice. Democracy, in essence, is a choice. And what we have to understand is that in America, we are called upon as citizens to respect the choices of others, as long as those choices do not offend the choices of others and the freedom of others to live. And gay and lesbian brothers and sisters today are really now at a watershed moment, whether or not they're going to experience fully the democracy that the nation says it has.
Will it be all people of all sexual orientation? Or will it just be homosexual or heterosexuals? Should a nation take away the right to choose, which is the core meaning of democracy? Should they take it away from somebody because of their sexual orientation?
I think we have made strides. I think we have set precedents. I think we have made strides. However, I think we have become somewhat apathetic as a nation when it comes to making sure that freedom is available for all. And but I still believe that the fight is there, and we still have a lot to go on and do.
And if we do, as religious communities stand knowing that we have autonomy within our own congregations and our own places of worship, to forward our theological reflections, allow them to govern those who are adherents and those who knock on the doors of our churches and synagogues and other places of religious influence and invite them in and they want to be a part of that theological reflection, our Constitution protects that. But our Constitution also protects those who decide not to.
Education is a real obstacle. It is the obstacle. When Americans are not versed on what the constitutional rights are, when they don't understand that we are built on the fact that the Constitution governs the way we live, then that leads into other discussions that truncate the discourse and lead us into discussions that really are not healthy.
There, when all of the citizens of America stood there as he ended his Gettysburg Address, he said this will be a government of the people.
Yes, yes, yes.
By the people.
Yes.
And for the people.
Yes.
And it will not perish from the earth. Thank you for this time.